Hi, Room 9. Today we're going to be reading a story called Sometimes I Have to Wait. So yesterday, after our story with Derek in the principal's office, I asked you to think of some ways you might get into trouble at home. Do you ever get into trouble because you have a hard time waiting for things? If so, this story is going to help us learn how we can be better waiters. Now, you might see me skipping around pages, but that's okay because each story on this page, in these pages, is a little different. So I'm going to be reading the ones that are really focused on being at home. So don't be upset if you see me miss a page. We will read those pages when we need to, okay? Today, we're going to be reading a story about how sometimes we have to wait. And right now that can be really hard to do at home because sometimes mom and dad or other adults in the house need to be working. So sometimes you don't always get what you want right away. So we have to learn to wait. Now this story is going to run us through some scenarios of sometimes we may have to wait at home. I love my computer. And I think the internet is so much fun. Sometimes the internet goes offline and I can't go to my favorite websites. This is so frustrating. I do not scream and shout. I call somebody to help me or I wait patiently for it to come back online. So if we take a closer look at this picture, what was the problem in this page? This little girl wanted to go online, but sometimes the internet goes offline, so she was frustrated. I want you to think, what are some ways she could have responded that were not okay? This girl could have thrown the keyboard or the mouse, or maybe tipped over her chair, but instead she decided to ask for help and wait patiently. So the next time we're feeling frustrated when we're on a computer, maybe we could ask for help from an adult or wait patiently. Sometimes I want to ask my mom something, but she is talking to someone else. I say, "Excuse me," but she still tells me to wait. It's hard to wait because I want to know the answer to my question. I don't get mad because I know she will answer me as soon as she can. Have you ever experienced a time where you wanted to ask an adult in your house a question, but they weren't able to respond right away? Did that make you feel frustrated? If so, this little girl tells us some other ways we could wait. I noticed that she did a really good job of using her manners, and she said what? "Excuse me." And sometimes that still won't work to get somebody's attention, so the best thing to do is wait until they're done. I like eating out at restaurants. After I look at the menu and place my order, I want my food to come out right away. I feel really hungry, and it's difficult to wait. I try to remember that they're cooking in the kitchen as fast as possible. I can talk to my family while I wait. Have you ever ate out at a restaurant? Have you ever been impatient while waiting for your food to come out? Because I know I have. Sometimes my tummy's just so hungry. I want that food right away. So sometimes I can get mad. But it's important to wait. And this family realized that they can talk to each other to help the time go by. Now, sometimes we might not be at a restaurant. We might be at home waiting for dinner to be done or lunch. And we might get frustrated that it's not out right away. What are some things we could do to help make the time go by faster or to help us wait patiently? I think we could play some games. We could color. That's another one of the strategies that help us calm down too, is coloring. We could even talk to our family or help the adult in our house cook. Sometimes I go to the bookstore or the toy store and I can't find what I want. The store can order it, but that means I have to wait a few days. This is very disappointing because I'm excited to get it. I don't make a fuss because I know I will get what I want even if it takes a few days longer. Have you ever gone to a store and not been able to get what you wanted right away? I have, especially recently. Sometimes I'll go to the grocery store and there won't be any bread. So instead of getting mad, I take a few deep breaths like we practiced yesterday, and I say I can try again tomorrow. Or just like the family in this story, I said I'll get what I want in a few days. It's very important to remind ourselves of patience. That's another book we read about in school. Do you remember reading that book? Having patience means we can wait and remain calm until we can get what we want. We often go places in the car. Sometimes it takes a long time to get there. I don't like waiting when I'm in a rush to go somewhere. I try to remember that waiting means something is on its way to me and I will still get what I want. I really like how this little girl is reminding herself, I know that if I wait, something will come to me. Have you experienced that before? Maybe just like when we're waiting for our food for lunch, or a toy from the toy store, or the internet to work, or for mom or dad or another adult to answer a question. We just have to wait patiently. And it's important to remember, too, that we can take our deep breaths to help us stay calm. We can find other games to play to make the time go by faster, like any board game. We can color, maybe play with a toy, maybe play with your favorite toy. Now, the next part, I want you guys to show me the way you love to be a wonderful waiter. So, whether that's playing outside, playing with your favorite toy, coloring, helping the adult in the house, take a picture and email it to me. You can have your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, or any other adult in the house. Take the picture and send it our way. I'd love to see the way you guys are practicing to be wonderful waiters. See you tomorrow. Bye.